Hey there everybody, welcome to another episode of Bert's Bike. I hope everybody out there is doing well. On this episode, I took the first trip on my BMW R18. It was about a 200-mile trip down to Leeds, Alabama to visit someplace really special. I met up with my good friend Mark, the Southern Distance, and I'll leave a link to his channel below. Please check him out and give him a like and subscribe as well. So lately, a lot of the channel content has been focused more on motorcycle reviews and technical install type videos. And for 2024, I really had a resolution of breaking that mold and doing more actual trips on my motorcycle, more meaningful trips, and having actual adventures on the bike. So hopefully you'll see more of this type of content and the reviews moving forward. If you've been keeping up with me, you've already known that I visited the Barber Vintage Motorcycle Museum. It just blew my mind. The sheer scale and scope of this museum was incredible. Without getting too in depth, here are some quick facts. The Barber Vintage Motorcycle Museum was started by George Barber and is currently the biggest and arguably the best motorcycle museum in the world. The museum also sits right next to Barber Motorsports Park, which is a racetrack that runs right next to the museum. They have over 1,000 different bikes on display at any one time, but altogether have over 1,800 bikes. So about 800 or so of those bikes are in storage and they are rotated in and out. A really amazing fact about their motorcycles is 99% of those bikes are actually working motorcycles. They can be up and running within an hour. That's pretty incredible. If you want to read up more on the history of the museum and the park, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. So there's not going to be a whole lot of talking in this video, just some footage of the actual trip and of course a lot of motorcycles. So let's jump into it. Well, I'm on my way to meet the Southern Distance at the Barber Vintage Motorcycle Museum. It's about 6:15 in the morning. It's early and cold. So let's get after it. We are at the Barber Vintage Motorcycle Museum, and I am just like a kid in a candy store today, so let's take a look around together. As I live and breathe.
Finally made it. After these quintessential Italian perfection.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
You can't see anything yet. I mean, when you go through the top floor, start on 5, go down. When you start on 5, they have a V8 kickstart Kawasaki. That's just like the most crazy thing you've ever seen in your life. I just want to hear it.
If a bike were a superhero, that'd be the logo. leather bike chain, or motorcycle chain, I guess. A leather motorcycle belt chain thing. Hello, baby RAT. So one of the first bikes I had on the channel was a Kawasaki W800, and that was kind of designed from the old Kawasaki W1. So let's see if they have one here. Hopefully we'll find one. You gotta love how timeless the Bonneville really is, you know. Honestly, when I got it, I just thought it was a cool looking motorcycle. I didn't know a whole lot about Triumphs yet. I just liked the way it looked, but you know, it's sitting here in a room full of vintage bikes. It really does fit right in. Honestly, I had no idea what to expect here. This is insane. One. This is a Harley Davidson Rotax engine. It's a lot like a KLR.
I guess it was a square headlight and they think that it was a KLR. Zero, zero. So this might be my favorite BMW here out of the lot. I wish BMW would make something like this, and they would have my money in a heartbeat. Quite the looker.
Yeah, that thing's just
wow.
I think I kind of like that better than the yellow one.
I do. Whoa. If I were a motorcycle designer, I would spend like 2 weeks here to get some inspiration. Man, this is a cool bike. had just looking around, and I've had it a long, long time. Mark, what do you think about this bike?
It's like a Countach hooked up with a bike, you know, out at a bar. That's what happened.
It's amazing. I was trying to buy one of these for the longest time. It reminds me of that movie Akira. Now this is a Suzuki that I really like. The Katana.
Hey, look at this Ducati. I never even seen one behind me.
Look at this thing. It's really long.
Big girl.
Well, that was quite the experience. You have to go make a trip to Barber Vintage Motorcycle Museum and check out all the crazy bikes. Take some time off, treat yourself or the motorcycle lover in your family, and you won't be disappointed. So at the time of this recording, I believe admission was only $22 for all day on the museum, and you could come and go. So that is pretty darn good value for your money. If the museum wasn't impressive enough, the track next to it was just nothing short of amazing, and the bridge going over the track so you could get over and just watch the cars roll by was quite amazing. If you see any motorcycles in the video that you have a little bit of knowledge on or want to share some facts about, please, we'd love to read about it in the comments below. All the bikes were amazing for me, but here are my standouts. The customized Kawasaki V8 was a complete trip. Just looking at that massive engine, wow. And all those Nortons were really cool. I know a lot of celebrities have some old Nortons. You know, I was really intrigued by the design of the Vincent motorcycles. I remember first hearing about them, I guess it was on YouTube. I watched the episode of Jay Leno's Garage, and he talks a little bit about his Vincent motorcycle, but seeing one in the flesh is quite an experience. And also that engine design is just kind of out of this world. You just don't see designs like that nowadays. It's a little bit steampunk, it's a little bit Art Deco, and a little bit of like sort of brass knuckle toughness. It's hard to describe. Pictures in this video do not do it justice. You gotta go see it yourself. And I'm a little bit biased at this point because I own an R18, and those vintage BMW R bikes were just nothing short of amazing. And the design is so timeless, you can clearly see that heritage in the design language in the R18. How the swing arm has that sort of U-bend, the engine design, of course, and just the overall aesthetics of the bike are clearly driven from those R bikes. BMW just really nailed it with the design of the R18. If I had to pick just one bike that I absolutely just loved, it had to be that white BMW R bike. Like I said in the video, if BMW were to come out with that bike today, I think I would just buy it sight unseen, just on looks alone. That exact styling with just modern electronics, I think would be a hit. Well, I'm gonna leave it right there. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment below. It's Bert's Bike, and I'll catch you on the next one.